Dude, I can make a million theories about something that will never happen within the window of human existence.
Yeah, make one.
Yeah, actually, the black holes are gaining energy, Mr. Hawking, and it's called Taylor radiation.
You know, when is it you've hit the peak of your bell curve? Or maybe just, maybe you even do want to enjoy the downslide a little bit, but not all of it. Not the tail end.
It depends, you know, like I think everybody's got a different bell curve. Some people peak, you know, toward the end. I would argue that like William Shatner's like 90 or how old is he? Like 99 or something stupid. Like he went to space last year.
I'll find out.
That's got to be pretty cool. Well, that's because that billionaire sprayed alcohol on him and all he could ponder was his dead wife who was killed by a drunk driver and the infiniteness of space and how alone we are.
He's 92.
I think it was the infinite abyss of space
where he's like,
oh my God, I'm so close to the end. Like going to space at 99, bad
92.
move. 92.
Well, he's 92 now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did he say about space? That it was depressing? That it was just boring?
Something
like
about
there's
nothing.
Boring. It's empty. There's nothing out here. There's nothing for us. It's just this world. That's it. Like that was kind of his takeaway.
It feels like he's right, doesn't it?
He's right.
Of course he's right.
All the other planets suck. They're really just dog. If our solar system was a neighborhood, we're in the one nice house. The rest of it's trash.
The idea that we should take Mars and like colonize it as a backup planet in case we ruin this one. There's no universe in which Mars is a better starting point than Earth for humans.
Yeah,
for fixing things. Like I do like the idea, however, of like being somewhere else, even if it is shitty. You know, it's a storm shelter of a planet. Like maybe the Earth gets hit and like fucked up for a generation or two, but there's enough people underground living in some shit city on Mars that the Earth they're looking at satellite readings. The Earth seems to have stabilized. The oceans have receded. Let's fly back or something. Like maybe that. But Venus seems better for that. Whenever I hear them talk about Venus, they say
is terrible.
No. So
the hot one?
If you're on the ground, it's like 900 degrees. It melts lead down there. But up high in the atmosphere, there's a layer in the atmosphere that you could kind of open the window and you wouldn't die instantly. There's like a level of atmosphere.
I'm sold.
You're really selling it.
This is his example of the best we've got.
There's a whole
if you're 30,000 feet up, you can briefly open a window and not immediately asphyxiate.
Hear me out. Well, I mean, Mars is worse.
I mean, you'll want to flush out all the sulfur and like I don't know.
No, you get out of the sulfur layer.
No, but Woody, you don't understand. Once we've excavated Mars and Venus in a way that far outpaces even what we've done on our own planet for our entire existence, it'll be smooth sailing, nice.
There's no terraforming. There's
what are we gonna do? Live in tents?
You would live in airships on Venus, is what the plan would be.
Well, then why not just live on a ship that's floating around the Earth?
Because you want to go to another planet and explore it, Taylor. Like you're the guy who stays home when Christopher Columbus takes off. Why don't you just stay here?
No,
where you going?
The existence of islands and shit. They knew they would find something neat.
What kind of fucking Italian are you?
Not one. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go to Venus or fucking Mars. Like maybe if it was like For All Mankind, that seems like a pretty decent Mars to go check out. They've got like porn and pussy and alcohol and rovers and shit. Like it seems like a good time. You're living in it seems better than being an American nuclear submariner to me. Like you've got
glamping,
orders,
basically. They're basically living as rough as somebody with a toe behind RV would live.
Mm-hmm.
With high stakes, shitty living. You can't just pull over at a Buc-ee's. Like you die.
Well, I mean, sure.
Yes.
So wrong. But all right. I get your point. But
what do you think, Chris? Are there any good planets, or do we need to take care of this one we're on, right?
Some would say. Honestly, just keep moving inward. Just like Ben Shapiro said, you just sell your house if you live down on the coast and everything will be fine.
Yes.
You just move up to Iowa.
To who? A fishery? Like who's gonna buy my house that's gonna be under 8 meters of water?
I know, right? Like, honestly, that's why I like living in the Midwest, because I feel like I'm safe for now. Until the atmosphere catches on fire or whatever is going to happen when we are living on other planets. But that's what My plan is to just stay put for now.
I think that's smart. And since we're Midwest boys, like we've got like a century lead time, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Like if New York starts going underwater, we got forever. That's their problem.
Dude, they were
altitude by you.
Until we're like Shatner age at
idea?
least.
I don't know
sea
what the
level?
elevation is. I know I saw this graph of sea level, and we get fucked up by the Mississippi way faster than you would think. Like I guess that
Ooh.
big river
Oh.
getting out of control creates a lot of basins, but that's not. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think we're gonna suddenly be in some weird archipelago water
No.
world.
Taylor, you're
No.
at 466 feet. Like I'm at 290. Like just because you're inland a lot doesn't mean you're right.
I don't know. I see that map. There's a lot of land. And that's how it works. No, you're right. Like when I started doing that graph, I'm like, yeah, we're
1,000 feet.
safe. And it's like, oh
I'm
no.
1,000 feet.
You're
What's
higher than
Northern
Taylor.
Illinois at?
I'm higher than either of you. It's 1,000 feet here in Atlanta.
And you're in
Uh,
Illinois. Okay, so
290.
Chris, you're gonna get fucked up by the Mississippi too, or the Great Lakes. I don't know how that would work.
Apparently, Stephen Hawking's dick got hard and worked.
That dog.
That
Investigative
fucking
journalism at its best.
monster. Yes, that monster. He was using his crippled penis on all those poor victims.
Yeah, I guess he probably needed a guy to help him get laid.
I mean,
And so
he just
Really?
Yeah,
You think he's got the Riz? He types into his fucking ColecoVision. Yeah, baby, you look stunning.
Dude, every woman wants to fuck a light bright, and that's exactly what he is.
poor guy.
You just make him festive. Yeah, that's.
If we
that guy
get a
must have
great
been-
mind like Stephen Hawking, isn't it worth
Was
it?
he even
to-
smart? What was he up to? What
I've
was he
heard.
really figuring out? I bet there were real scientists. I bet he was a Steve Jobs. I bet there were
Didn't
real
he
scientists
figure out
behind the
that
scenes giving
radiation
him.
escaped from black holes? And that
Hawking
meant-
radiation. They named
Yeah.
it after the man.
Yeah, and
because
then it
he's a
means
fucking
that black
top
holes
guy.
will eventually shrink and just like dissipate instead of just collecting.
They're losing energy.
infinitely,
Yeah.
they're losing energy and giving it back out, and they'll eventually go away.
Dude, I can make a million
found-
theories about something that will never happen within the window of human
Yeah,
existence.
make one.
Yeah, actually, the black holes are gaining energy, Mr. Hawking, and it's called Taylor radiation. You dumb dead retard, you fucking legless dumbass. Oh, and you can't test it because it's a billion jillion miles away, and it's dark matter.
You think you're so smart? Well, let's arm wrestle. See who's
Yeah,
right.
you think you're so smart? I'll beat the shit out of you. I would have held him in the
Rip your
surf.
shirt off.
I would have held his limp body in the surf at St. James Island and bullied him. And I would have been like, hey, where are the real scientists, you fucking Steve Jobs piece of shit? You didn't come up with anything.
Poor
Is
Mr.
that right,
Hawking.
Stephen Hawking? The good news is you're here at St. James Island. You're
He's
about to
probably-
get fucked. The bad
probably
news
a-
is it's Taylor.
What if he was part of the offering there? Where
Right?
it was like some rich sheik, and they're like, we have all these underage kids for you, and at your request, a crippled man from Manchester born in the 30s.
You think she's soft? Where do you meet Stephen Hawking?
Wait till you meet
This guy
Stephen
has
Hawking.
no muscle mass at all.
Dude, he's the veal of partners. He's got no muscle mass, soft as can be.
47-year-old veal.
Yeah, covered in bed sores on his bony ass. Dude, fuck Stephen Hawking. That guy sucks.
Ah,
Hot take.
He's dead.
I'm glad.
all right, yeah. You're right. That guy sucked.
He did suck.
Make
You're
it
not making
past
any
tense.
points, Kyle.
I like Stephen Hawking. He was in an episode of Star Trek. It was pretty fun.
Really?
He always had a sense of humor. Yeah, there's like Data goes into the holodeck and he's like, give me I want to talk to Einstein, Stephen Hawking, and I don't know, Socrates or somebody, Da Vinci, whatever. And they just bring Stephen Hawking in instead of getting an
Was
actor.
it next
So he's-
gen?
Yeah.
I don't remember it. That's like
Yeah,
saying I like Johnny Depp. He was in Walking Dead.
I think they play poker. They play poker. That's what it is. He's playing poker with
Was he?
Einstein, and Hawking has this little robo hand holding his cards up for him or whatever, and he's cracking jokes, of course, because apparently he has a
Johnny
sense of
Depp was in
humor.
Walking Dead. He played a decapitated head for just a few seconds.
Oh, that's neat. I had one of my girlfriend's friends was in. It was actually in the episode where Merle dies, if you remember back
Oh,
then.
Well, I
Um,
don't remember exactly how it went down, but sure, I remember that.
yeah, it was during the.
Oh yeah, he
governor
died
shit, and-
heroically in an
Yeah,
outpost of some sort. Yeah.
he I think the governor was about to kill all of our main characters, and maybe Merle shows up and was like, "No, you won't," or whatever, and like died trying. But she's in that scene because she's some girls have big eyes, She had some big eyes. She's just got these peepers. And when they put those contacts in there, there's like a muddy brownish yellow. And she goes, ah. It was like, fuck, you're a really good zombie. This is great. Like I think
That's cool.
They were hanging out at Norman Reedus's bar, you know, because Daryl has a bar down there where they filmed the stuff. And I think that they met like the casting director or somebody like that. And he was like, your eyes, madam. And ended up getting on the show. It was cool.
I used to work with a woman who had really big eyes, just like extraordinarily large. You could practically see the backside of them. And she told me that when she was a baby, they were all talking about how adorable she was because she had these big eyes. And I didn't say anything, but in my heart, I was like, you know, they're not attractive at all. Why even bringing attention to those eyeballs? It's weird.
You feel like you're a head injury away from that thing popping out like a fucking dog. You ever see those little dogs? Its heads are head to eyeball ratio was off. It's like
bug-eyed. Was she bug-eyed?
Yeah, she was bug-eyed and just like it was like her eyebrow. Is this part of your body called like a crown or something?
Brow.
It was too high. Brow, okay. And her, help me again, cheeks, upper cheeks were too low. It was just this huge pocket for her bug eyes that were too far forward. And it's just a lot.
I had there's this I don't know what you call it, syndrome, disease, whatever, that causes your eyes to like bulge. Not get bigger, I don't think, but maybe. But they bulge. Barbara's there's an actress. She's that curly headed, like is it Barbara Streisand?
Very old.
There's an actress who has it. She's in that movie with the baseball movie where they're fucking the old catcher and everything. Anyway, I think it's Barbara Streisand. But I had a makeup artist who had the same thing, and he was explaining to me that, like, yep, no cure. They just keep getting bigger and bigger and bulging more and more. And his eyes were like coming at you already. I was like, man,
that sucks.
Gonna pop. Yeah, I don't remember what it's called.
Always looks like someone locked you in the depressurizing chamber in space. You're about to. There was a lunch lady who was bug-eyed at my middle school, and it kind of spooked me. I do remember that.
Yeah. They always get space depressurization wrong. I'm pretty sure we exist at like 1 psi or something.
No,
and then. Go ahead. Do you know this better than me? I feel like if I opened the door to a spacecraft, no one would get sucked out.
We will not get sucked out. It will absolutely do exactly what. Oh, now I don't know about a door. That's going to be a whoosh, but like the same way in an airliner. But if there's like a pinhole, then you just stick your thumb over it. Like in Alien Resurrection, there's a part where they kill the alien by making a hole in the like glass window with some acid, and it like sucks the alien, spaghettifies it through that hole until it's disemboweled and sucked. Nothing like that. You stick your thumb right over it, like it's like a piece of gum, whatever. Because we're at like, I think 1 atmosphere is, I'm gonna get this wrong, 12 or 13 psi or something like that. It's a really fun experiment. You can take an aluminum can, put a little bit of liquid in it, grab it with some tongs, put it over your burner, get it boiling in there, so it's creating steam that's traveling up through it, and then upend it very quickly into like a basin of water, so that the top is submerged. And you've created a vacuum inside of there because that steam was present. But now that it's cooled down, the steam's gone and a vacuum is inside there. So just the atmospheric pressure that we exist in here, that's pressing on us all the time that we don't notice, crushes the fuck out.
I believe you, but I would not qualify that as a very fun experiment.
You can do it to a 55-gallon drum, though, and the whole drum goes.
That's pretty neat.
Tried that on Mythbusters, and it didn't, like, they had to, like, do a lot of extra work to get it to the tanker to crumple. It was I think it was a I don't know if it was like a Breaking Bad one that they did, but they were trying to like get a tanker to collapse on itself to like wherever the submarine, like the implode. And they had to do a lot of extra work. They had to get like a really weak tanker because they just kept trying to, like, with steam, pressurize this tanker to the point where it would just crumple on itself, and they had to do a whole bunch of extra stuff to get it to do it. But
you can do it with barrels, you can do it with cans. I think it is.
You know what? I have a neat experiment. Taylor might not call it very fun, but hear me out on this. You have a campfire and you have a bottle of water, right? This is a plastic bottle like you get at every gas station. If you put this bottle of water in the campfire, it won't melt. It doesn't burn. You would think it would. The water will boil, and the part that doesn't have water in it will go away. So it'll become like a cup. But And as the water evaporates, the bottle drains. But the water only gets to 212 degrees. That's it. So it keeps the plastic cool enough that it doesn't like melt and spill out the bottom.
Okay.
I've done it many times.
Now, Kyle, that's what you call real.
Yeah, Kyle, get on my level.
Okay, I was just crushing barrels with the power of the gravity that's sucking air down onto
good
it.
noob.
Chris, hit us with a real fun experiment.
What kind of experiment do you do, Chris?
You came to the right guy.
Something about ghosts.
I used to light Q-tips on fire in my basement with petroleum jelly.
400 in a row, flammable. You know, we're learning.
And it just keeps on going. Everyone.
Guys
still just as beautiful and entrancing as ever.
It was either that or it was like lighting axe
Vaseline.
cans on fire in a ditch.
Yeah,
every problem I bring to her, she solves with Vaseline. I'm like, not even like Neospore. This feels like 1930s technology.
Yeah,
she's like, it's never been beaten.
Little Windex, Vaseline. Spick and span, you're good to go. That's how you.
Wait, Windex and Vaseline. What are we doing?
Remember what was that fucking movie? I can't believe I remember this. My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Okay,
that was the movie where the Greek old lady was like, "What do you do for like a cough? Windex. What do you do for a rash? Windex. No matter what, little Windex on you, you're good to go."
Yes, it's vinegar.
In some places, it's butter. They put butter on everything. I don't know what culture that is, but it's
France.
It's the South.
France? Sounds Southern.
Yeah, we were a Vaseline family, not a Windex family.
What would you use the Vaseline for?
My mom used it for taking makeup off. And so we just had a giant tub of it in the bathroom. And then I, of course, would use it for science. Lighting Q-tips on fire.
Oh, I thought
that's about it.
I thought you meant jacking off.
Masturbate with Vaseline. Oh my god! What a
dude,
slow.
When you're 12, you're just when you're 12, you're just trying stuff, man.
You built some muscle jerking with Vaseline. That's too viscous.